Blairsville. And then in the morning, I'm going to get them out to the Jack's Gap Trail over by Brasstown Bald, where they got out last time. And they're going to start their hike, and we'll see them in a couple of days to get them back down to Atlanta. So that's what I've got going on right now. It's 54 degrees here in Blairsville. We have blue skies and sunshine, so it's a gorgeous afternoon. All right, continuing my way down to Atlanta. I will be back later. All right, I'm making my way on 129 South, and as you can see, they're doing some work on the road out here. It looks like they're installing new guardrails and putting guardrails in places that did not have them before. So that's pretty awesome. All right, and there was some work just a little bit back behind this area too that they're working on. So getting everything ready for winter and for all the time when people are out driving. Anyways, I'm continuing my way on to Atlanta, and it's getting warmer the further south I go. 54 degrees here right now. I still have a ways to go until I hit Atlanta Airport though. A couple hours, according to the traffic. All right, I'll be back in a bit. All right, I'm on the south side of the mountain now, and as you can see, there is more guardrail work going on over here. So it looks like they're going to be putting guardrails along a good portion of this road. All right, nothing wrong with that. So you can see the cones, and that was what was up before the other construction. So a lot of stuff going on out here, and this is 129 heading south. I went past Neal Gap, and I'm continuing to Atlanta. All right, so I've made my way down here into Atlanta. I have 14 more miles to the airport, and it's 36 minutes still. I've had a red line pretty much all the way down due to different accidents. One of them was a 28-minute wait as you wind your way down into the city. So just a little slow going right now. I should get to the airport right about 6:20. So that gives me a couple hours to close my eyes and wait for the riders to land and touch base with me, and then I'll get them up to Blairsville to a hotel, and then tomorrow morning get them out to the trail. And then I have another run, Hog Pen to Neal Gap after that, and we'll just keep moving on with our day. But anyways, I'm down here in Atlanta, and as you can see, typical Atlanta traffic. All right, I'll be back a bit later. It's that time of day when everybody's going home from work, and you just have to wait and take some time to make it happen. All right, I'm getting closer to the airport. I should arrive there right about 6:20. Still have some delays, so I'm just going to be patient and make my way down to the city. All right, had a beautiful sky a little bit earlier. You could see off in the distance. But yeah, it's a gorgeous night down here in Atlanta. All right, I'll be back later.
So come a little closer, but don't hold your breath. Silence in the background.
All right, I made it through the city, and the 75-85 merge, or if you're splitting from it, it takes some time to get through. That's where all the traffic mostly jams up. So that can be a bit of a call. There's been some accident traffic, and we still have the red line on the GPS, but it starts to move more smooth once you get through the city. So continuing on now to the airport, and I got about another 20 minutes to go until I get there. To my exit. It is exit 72 for Camp Creek Parkway. I'm going to get off there, and I'm going to make my way over to the cell lot because the riders are not due until 9 o'clock. I drove down here early, so I'd only have a one-way drive in the dark, and I'm going to hang out in the cell lot and wait for them to show up. So I'll kick back, rest my eyes, and wait for them to land out soon. I'm going to take the exit for the car rental area. That takes you over by the cell lot also. So that's where I'm going to head over until I wait for the riders to get here and they can contact me and let me know that they're ready for pickup. Alright, so it's the rental car center exit. And you follow it over here. And once you get out here, you stay to the far left. And you don't go to the terminals. You just head in towards the car rental. Look at that sky. It's on fire. Alright, I made it the last little bit of a way to the exit for the cell lot, where I'm now going to wait for the riders to land and eventually make contact with me. Again, they're not due until 9 p.m. so I'm going to hang out here in the cell lot and wait for them to contact me. After that, I'll go by and scoop them up at their door number. They're going to be in the north terminal, so they'll text me N1 through N6 depending what door they're at, and I'll just meet them there. Alright, don't know what's going on here, but there seems to be a bit of a traffic jam with some confusion on where people are supposed to be going. Alright, continuing on now. Alright, pulling into the area now for the cell lot. It appears that there was a driver right there in that little silver car trying to go into the taxi area instead of coming over here for the cell lot. I get it, if you're not used to coming down here, it can be a little tough finding things, especially in the dark. Alright, I'm going to park the car now and continue to wait. Alright, I'm over here in the cell lot at the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta, and I just received a text from the riders and they are outside. They are at door N1. So I'm going to go over there, scoop them up, and we will be on our way up to Blairsville and their hotel for the evening. And I'll pick them up tomorrow morning and get them out to the trailhead over by Brasstown Bald. And they're going in the Jack's Gap Trail into Chattahoochee Gap, where we got them out of last time. Alright, moving on. Alright, I'm back, and I just dropped off the riders at the Best Western here in Blairsville. It is 11:13 p.m. and I'm heading back home to get some rest. I'm going to be picking them up in the morning and getting them out to the trail. They're going to be getting on Jack's Gap and walking into Chattahoochee Gap, where they got off last time, and continuing north. A couple days we'll pick them up at Albert Mountain and get them back down to Atlanta. Alright, it was a great trip down and out of the airport, and now going home, and everybody's going to get some rest for the night and start our new day tomorrow. Alright, hope everyone has a great night, and I'll be back tomorrow.